Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mute something, please. Okay. Is it still mute your phone all the way, Cydney?
So I did.
Your phone is muted?
Yes. Is that better?
Is it better, guys? Hey, party people on Facebook. How are you guys? I still hear the feedback. Hold on.
Okay, I don't know what's up with the Instagram. I think that's all coming from Instagram.
We're going to make it work. It said it's better. It's always work. Maybe turn your screen down on your computer some.
Okay.
Let's see. Hey, Facebook and IG family. Oh, shoot. Never mind. We can talk offline. Is that better, everybody? Let us know. Hey, Facebook people and IG people. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
I bring my headsets really quick, really fast. Let me see if I can do one more thing for you guys to see if it'll help. Because I haven't run into this before, but I got my handy dandy. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to wave?
Hi, everybody.
And over here, they can't see me.
Hi.
My baby boy.
It's not what's his name?
Ike. That's
Ike. Okay, that's what I thought.
Is this better, guys? Do you have a headset for your cell phone?
Yeah, let me go look. Hold on.
Okay. Is this better, you guys, from my end on IG? Hey, Facebook people, we're having a one little moment of technical difficulties, but let me know where you're coming in from. And thank you to say you're so cute, Ike. Thank you. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. It's going to be a great chat today. I have never run into this where it's all the extra feedback. So it's better. Good. Okay, great. When she comes in, Sean, can you let me know if you still hear it on that end also? Chicago. I'm from Chicago. Chi-town in the house. I'm from Chicago.
All right, you guys, 1 minute.
No problem. Oh, awesome. Where else are the rest of you guys from? I think it just worked.
Okay.
Is it plugged in, Cydney?
So headphone now. I had to disconnect and reconnect on another phone.
Okay, but it changed everything. It's much quieter now. Now, you guys, party people, we are ready. Yes. And I want to thank you guys so much. Cydney, is your computer muted? Look, thank you guys for your tech help over there. You could tell we need some help. You know what? Now that you reconnected, whatever you just did worked because now it's quiet the way it normally is.
Okay, good.
Awesome. IG people, can you guys hear Cydney? Cydney, can you just say test or something? Let's just make sure they can hear you too. You're not on there anymore. Hold on, darling. That's why it's quiet, party people, because Cydney's not there anymore. Now I know where the feedback's coming from. You're there. Okay, I'm waiting for you to come on. All right, Facebook people.
Okay.
Hey there. I apologize for any and all delays. How are you guys? I can still hear feedback in my ear on the IG.
Better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But I still hear it.
I don't know how to resolve that.
It's okay.
The computer is as low as it can go.
It's perfect. Is it better, IG people? All right, Facebook people, we're going to work with what we have. If you guys have any other technical difficulties, let a sister know so we can try to figure this thing out. Because I haven't run into this, but we're in this all together. So welcome. It's still not better? Jesus, be offense. Wait.
I don't know. I'm just going to kind of put this over here.
Hold on. You know what I can do too? Hold on. Let me try one thing here. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to get started. Welcome, everybody. I'm Tanisha O, and we have beautiful Cydney joining us. I hear this feedback coming through the computer, which is so weird. It's weird hearing my own voice. IG may be doable for 5 minutes.
I turned it down as far as it will go.
I just haven't run into this before with the other people, so I have no idea what the difference is. But I'm going to go fast because the people on IG only giving us 5 minutes at a time. I'm so sorry, people. I'm Tanisha O. Welcome to Tea with Tanisha O. This is my book, How Many powerful, especially even you on IG. You guys, how many people do you know that could use some empowerment in their life when it comes to stepmothers? I sure could. And I wish I had this book, which is why I wrote it. They always say, if there's something that you don't see out there, create it yourselves. And so that's where this came from. So I have this great book, but most importantly, I have this beautiful lady here who's joining us tonight, Cydney. So Cydney, take it away. Tell us all about you.
Well, thank you, first of all, for having me on your show. And so I'm a relatively new stepmom. Probably some people would say I'm not even a stepmom yet because I'm not married, but I just recently got engaged.
Congrats.
Thank you. So this is 2 weeks in now into our engagement. But I've been around and I've been involved with my stepkids for about 2 years, a little over 2 years now. We're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I just moved from Chicago, so that's interesting. You said you're from Chicago.
Yes.
Yes. So I just moved here from Chicago to be with this man that I fell in love with and his beautiful daughters.
Oh, how beautiful. So is everybody excited about the wedding?
Yes, I think everyone is pretty excited. I know I am.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to not show off, but you know.
Girl, listen, you normally get your nails done, ladies. You guys know how it is. Everybody talks and you're like, what?
Right.
I don't know. And then you get to clicking on stuff. Yes, you earned it, honey. So click away, show your hand off, like wave your fingers as much as possible.
Right.
Oh, they said that your feedback is horrible for you, Cydney.
Oh, that's so sad. I don't know what to do.
So you know what? Do me a favor, mute your phone completely. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do, party people. You mute your phone. Did you mute it?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on, people on IG. I think I have a solution. Hold on. All right. Just turn your TV.
Computer?
Put your headsets into your computer. Do you have can you do that? If your headsets fit in there.
All right, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, you did it. People, that should be better. IG people, let me know if that's better. I think that they said it's much better. Apparently it was impacting Facebook too. Sorry, Facebook, we fixed it. So now your headset is there and they don't have the feedback and they can hear you because I have this big, huge microphone right next to the IG. So can you guys hear everything? Just go ahead and talk for a second, Cydney.
Okay. Hi, guys. Sorry for all the trouble. Can you hear me now?
I think we did it. And normally I do this like crazy dance with Tanisha. Oh, I forgot my dance. I did all of that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a technology person at all. So this is not my thing. I'm like not the tech person.
Oh, thank you, Sean, for staying on Facebook. Sean was like, I'm done with y'all. But thank you.
And Sean is my girlfriend. If this is the Sean, I think it is from Chicago.
Sean Stanford?
Yes.
Yes, she's a dedicated friend. She was like, I'm done with y'all on IG.
Thank you for hanging in.
Yes, thank you, darling. So we're on Facebook for people on IG, blending our love if you want to jump on there, if it's not working on IG. So, all right, so the wedding is coming. Let's get into this great conversation. So now you came in, you automatically have two beautiful girls, a husband to be. How are you smiling? Because right now, most people are stressed out about the thought of getting married, thoughtless of these girls that they need to figure out how to work it out. So when you came on the scene, walk us through this. What did it look like when you first met this wonderful man?
Right. Okay. So when we first met, we really spent a lot of our time kind of getting to know each other first in this dating phase. And I think it was several months before I even met the girls. So we really kind of introduced me to them like in a friendly way, not as a dating relationship. And through this time, we were still kind of having this long distance. I was still in Chicago. So we were back and forth, kind of on the train, back and forth from Chicago to Milwaukee on the Amtrak. And so we would just make dates that could include the kids when he had them. So we're on an every other week rotation. So we would just do stuff that we could do that the kids would find fun too.
Right.
And I think really kind of trying to focus on building individual relationships with them, not as their dad's girlfriend. and not as a future stepmother or whatever, just really trying to get to know the kids as individuals, and letting them get to know me as well. I think that's kind of how we really eased into this relationship, of, our dating relationship and my relationship with the girls.
Okay. Great. How old were they when you first started dating?
When I met them, they were 10 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll give a nugget. So you've just met, you allowed yourself just to get to know them naturally. What advice would you give a woman who is just meeting her boyfriend's kids? At this point, you don't even know what's going to happen, where it's going to go, because that seems to be the most tense phase of it all. What is your advice?
Definitely kind of get the lay of the land that you're going into. These kids, they have their own routine, they have their own lives. This is their dad, like you're going into their territory. So really kind of understanding the lay of the land that's existing,
Right.
and not having too many kind of crazy expectations, just really trying to genuinely get to know the kids before you dive into your wedding planning or whatever your relationship trajectory is going to be.
Right.
Make it fun, be human, and just kind of not have too much expectation. That's what I really will say, is setting yourself up for disappointments can really be one of those hardest parts about meeting kids, developing that relationship. So of course, we would plan to do things and I would hope that the kids enjoyed it, but I think we went kite flying one time and it was my idea. And the kids were like, yeah, that's fun. But until we got there, they were not excited. They were like over it. And they were like, why are we going to go do that? They were like, it's windy. I don't want to go.
Yeah. And kite flying isn't something that you hear about. One of the things, one of our viewers, she said sharing.
Yeah.
Which is, what would you say about sharing? So
sharing, I mean, you're going to have to share. So sharing time, sharing their space. That was another thing I remember. So the first few times that I actually met them, so of course we were back and forth. I was staying the weekend when I was coming to Milwaukee,
right?
But so the kids weren't there. So the first time that I actually stayed, that they were staying at their dad's, they were like, okay, Miss Sid, they call me Miss Sid. They were like, Daddy, Miss Sid is going to sleep in your room, so we're going to help you get comfortable on the couch.
No, that's right.
Right,
that means that their mother has taught them very clearly. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to get you real comfortable. How did that
here. So that was hilarious. And I just was like, we all cracked up, honestly, because they said it was innocently enough. It's, of course, they're children. So it was innocent. They were just like, well, Daddy, I got an extra pillow, so you can have this, and we got extra blankets, and we'll help you make like a pallet. You can be comfortable on the couch. And so just
where were they sleeping?
They were sleeping in their room. So they have their own room, but they were just like, so sharing, understand that we're sharing their space, like I'm coming into a home that they've lived in for years. You know what I mean? Like, this is where they grow up. This is where they're comfortable. So it's really their domain. So sharing time, sharing our space, sharing knowledge, experience. I think those are kind of all of the things that I think about when we discuss sharing. And it is very interesting because kids keep you on your toes. And
no doubt.
Especially our girls. They really are like firecrackers, very sharp wit, and not in a disrespectful way, but they're very vocal and they have opinions and they have strong minds and they think for themselves. So it's very interesting all the time.
So now, when does their biological mother come in?
So all the time. So she's all the time. You mean like just into the picture?
Yes. When did you meet her? How did that go?
So that was one of the first times. So I actually met her before I met the kids, which I'm very grateful for, because we had an opportunity to meet and chit chat and just kind of get acquainted with each other before I met the kids, actually.
Was that planned or on accident?
It kind of just worked out. So that was the intention, but it happened when we weren't actually planning for it to happen. They had to, I was up here on a weekend visit for his sister's birthday, and they had to take the kids to an appointment. So he went to go meet her there, and I was there, I was waiting in the car. And so she was like, well, I just want to say hi and
Okay.
introduce the kids. So I was like, okay. So we all just, they're walking into their appointment. Literally, it was maybe a minute and a half, just hello, hi, who I am. And the kids kind of were like, standing behind their mom a little bit, like, who is this lady?
Yeah.
They were shy and they just said hello. So actually, so I said it wrong, but we actually got to talk later that evening at the birthday party and kind of just really, before I got to spend significant time with them, we really got to get on the same page and kind of talk about just meeting them earlier in the day. And then just talking about where we saw this relationship going. She already knew about me. She knew a lot about me. She knew I had been coming here and that we had been dating for several months at that point. So we really just took the opportunity, and it was a great setting. It was a birthday party of a shared.
So she attends the family functions.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time. So
they're on good terms.
Yeah, definitely. And that was kind of, I think, one of the things that started out our relationship on a strong note was that I acknowledged that they have a successful co-parenting relationship without me. They have been co-parenting for over 10 years. The oldest is now 12. So through that time, whatever their relationship status may have been, they have been successfully co-parenting. And so I acknowledged that and just told her, like, I'm not, whatever is going to become of my relationship with D, he's my fiance, was just saying, whatever our relationship is going to be, it's not to step in your lane. I understand my lane and I understand yours. And you guys are doing great as co-parents. So really my role is to support him and continuing to be successful in that,
That's awesome. Sean, I see your question. I'm going to throw it up there. Before we go to Sean's question, I am curious, did your fiance ever talk you through what he and his ex did in order to get to this place of healthy co-parenting? Did they ever go through any resistance, or how did they get there, if you know?
I think we're really lucky in the sense that whatever relationship challenges they may have had, I think through a combination of just their lives being very intertwined already, they had the support that allowed them to develop this healthy co-parenting relationship and routines. So I think really they developed just routines and understanding, working on their communication. I also think just natural maturity grew over time, and they were able to maintain this positive co-parenting relationship. So I think well, it wasn't ever a strife. There was no struggle that I'm aware of. But I just think they naturally develop the skills as they develop parenting skills to learn how to work together, despite whatever challenges they were having in their relationship at the time.
So it sounds like they were able to separate the two, which is beautiful. They were able to separate parenting from a personal relationship. Our relationship isn't going to work, but we can still parent. I love that so much. That's
I always say I'm like so lucky to have that situation, because I know a lot of people are coming into relationships that are fraught with drama and strife and struggle because the parents of the kids can't agree or, just cooperate. So I just got lucky.
Absolutely, which is a great thing, but it's what you attracted. So you must be a harmonious person because it's what you attracted. So Sean is asking, what is discipline like? So who does the disciplining? Do you get involved with that?
Okay, so as far as disciplining, like I said, we have a weekly rotation, and fortunately the kids are very well behaved anyway. But so I kind of enforce existing rules, set expectations, kind of like guidance and redirection is where I feel comfortable at in the discipline field. If they're, I don't know, not that I don't know, but if a situation is going to require spanking, then it's one of their parents. Or if it's going to require significant punishment, then it's definitely one of their parents. But kind of my function is really just saying, all right, we know that if you're on punishment this weekend, it's no video game. Like, I'm taking your controller. Give me the controller. Like, and that's what's happening.
Right.
So I'm involved in that sense, but anything, sometimes they have to do exercise for punishment, like 100 jumping jacks or whatever the case might be.
We do that.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, your daddy wants you in the basement. Let's go get it. You know,
I'm
you gotta
telling you,
go.
we're gonna burn some calories and some other things. While
Right. Work
we're
off
in
that.
there.
Work off
So
that
you
attitude.
you shared something really cool with me. There's something unique about your. One of the questions that I asked Cydney was, how was it bonding? And you mentioned something that you had in common. You share in common with your fiance's ex.
Mm-hmm.
And can you share that? Because I thought that that was so awesome. Because if we could
Yeah.
get this mindset, we could go far.
So like I said, that initial meeting, so I kind of did my research going into that. I didn't want to go into this blind. So I found out without being like nosy what I could find out about the girl's mom, just
Right.
in advance to kind of know who I was going to be talking to. And I found
Absolutely.
out that she's one of my sorority sisters.
Ah,
And yes, so she is my sorority sister. She's my soror. And, I felt that that was a good opportunity. I wanted to find something that we could connect on aside from having had a relationship with the same man and the kids.
right.
So just being able to connect as women, being able to connect as college educated women, and then finding out that sorority was a commonality. So I was like, not that I was anticipating drama because she's a really cool woman. She's just funny. I really do like her a lot, just as a person.
That's
But
awesome.
I was like, if there's a possibility of drama, I'm gonna just toss this out here because you still got to be sisterly. So
Yes. And that's what I loved. The thing about them being in the
yeah.
same sorority is there's a sisterly bond. There's that sisterhood that's there. And if we as women could still find that same sisterhood, the same sisterhood we speak about all the time,
Right.
we're sisters, we need to stick together. If we could
Mhm.
find that sisterhood in the midst of uncomfortable situations, we would
Right.
be in a much better place. Like I love that. I love, love, love. And kudos to you for looking for ways to find something in common. And that I love. That says a lot about you and your character, because most times that bitterness sets in and women are so busy looking for everything that they don't have in common.
Mhm.
But because you took the time out to find what you did have in common, that's what you
Right.
found. You
Right.
found the harmony, you found the peace, you ended up in a blended family, but it works because you were looking for harmony anyway, and that's what you got. So
Exactly.
often, I can ask the question of, so what do you want? And people will spend all day telling me everything they don't want. Never
Mhm.
once telling me what they actually want. I know everything they
Right.
don't want, but their focus is on what they don't want. But you focused on what you did want. And
Mhm.
we probably share that in common, because even in the midst of all the chaos we had, I
Mhm.
was committed. I was like, this is going to work. I don't
Right.
know how it was going to work, but I knew it was going to work
Right.
somehow. And it did,
It
it
might
really did.
be all kind of path in between, but this is the end goal. So I really set out kind of visualizing that,
Yeah.
and trying to focus on what I could do in my power within my sphere of influence to say, this is what I'm putting out there. This is what I expect to receive back. And just really putting those vibes out.
Yes.
And, just making a effort, just the ability to connect woman to woman is something that we have. And it
Absolutely.
period. And I'm just like, there's no reason. And I know people who have stepmom situations that are just not kind of good relationships. They're not able to connect. People are really focused on a lot of the wrong things. And I was like, I'm not going to put any of those expectations on it. I'm not
Right.
going to, people are focused on who's right or who's wrong or what happened in the past. Like that relationship has nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm creating this relationship now with a person and she has 2 kids that I'm going to be a part of their lives.
Yes.
So I just was really adamant about that. Make sure that we got a proper opportunity to meet on our own terms, and focusing on how to connect just as women, not as the mother, whoever.
Did you ever feel, and it sounds like you guys are in a great place, but have you ever felt any uncomfortable moments, because jealousy comes even when it's not necessary, those moments of, have you
Right.
felt any of those things? And if so, what happened, if you are okay with sharing, and how did you work through it?
Sure. Definitely, I wouldn't say jealousy. Like I said, she's a real cool woman, and there's never been anything that she's done to kind of like try to make me jealous. You know how you'll hear some people are like, they send stuff home that's supposed to make the stepmom. Yeah, she's not petty like that. So she hasn't done anything, but really sometimes it'll be like me getting into my own head, or just like overthinking stuff sometimes. And that's just a tendency that I have as the person who I am, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. So really resetting my mindset, refocusing on things that are important.
Yes.
That's kind of what has kept me from like over analyzing simple situations, because really there's no beef, there's no animosity,
I love it.
there's no struggle. So I can't say that there's been any jealousy incidents or anything like that. Really, it's just like, I think maybe one of the two things, like some things that initially got under my skin that I'm like way over now, was just like, we're cooking breakfast or something. It's like, mommy don't make her pancakes like that. And I'm like, okay, but we eating these pancakes right here.
These right here, these are the ones you're having, young ladies.
Right.
This is the
like,
one.
that's what we're eating today. But
yeah, was that your response? It would have been mine.
I was like, okay, that's cool. I was like, maybe you could get me her recipe. I was like, I'll ask her for her recipe, but we eating these ones right here.
Yeah. Today.
Right. So stuff like that. And it was never a incident of jealousy. It's just, like understanding that that's their point of reference.
Yes.
For most things, for any mother figure, for how they cook,
Absolutely.
for what they like to eat, that's their main point of reference. And so, just dealing with that's a constant thing though. But I'm like way over it now. I'm just like, okay, well, we're going to have to get that recipe. Y'all going to have to show me how she makes it, whatever. But the bottom line is really on the table.
Like your level of maturity, for those people who are listening, maybe you just joined us now. We have Cydney, and she is it Belle? Please pronounce your blog. Belle?
So it's Belle Mare blog. And this is on Instagram, coming soon to other platforms, but right now it's just on Instagram. It's in development. But Belle Mare is, so one of the things that the girls and I initially connected on was France and Paris.
Awesome.
So I studied French a little bit. I went and studied abroad, and they're infatuated with France. So it was kind of just one thing that we always would do, something related to France when I first started getting into their lives. So it kind of carries over into the name of the blog.
I love that though. That's so awesome. So listen, I would definitely, if you guys are in a state where you're dating and you're trying to see what it's like and how can you get to the harmonious place, because I have a lot of clients who are in that place where maybe some are dating, some are married, some are in different phases. But she's a beautiful example, which is why I have her on the show, because in blended families, we know everything that doesn't work. If you're looking for the ways and the reasons to find out why it won't work, don't even worry about it. You don't have to look far. Right. It's right there available. But if you're looking for people who have successfully gone through things and are making it work, that's a little bit harder to find. Most of what we see on blended families, even with the platforms that we see, most of it is quite negative. I'm kind of sad by the things that I see. It's tough. It's unfortunate. And then there's no wonder why we aren't successful in blended families, because even the platforms still share the negativity. And, a lot of people have the mindset of, this is real life. Yeah, real life. It is real life. But those people who choose to succeed. And those people who focus on the negativity, that's what they're going to get. So if you are looking for a positive platform and you want some positive results, reach out to me. She's amazing, 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 and I love that story because you guys came in harmonious pretty much from day one. For me, it wasn't that way. I didn't involve myself too much. My husband and I dated just shy of 4 years before we were married. And I didn't involve myself at all with regards to Ike's biological mother. Yeah. I stepped up, but I was involved actively with Ike, just not his mother. So like her and I were not on the same page. Her and my husband weren't even on the same page, thoughtless of me jumping in, right? Like, definitely not. However, once we were married, everything changed. And that's when she was like, what? Because that's when I was like, okay, time out. Now this is my house and we have to do things a little different. But I love your story. And if we could get more people that come in it this way, and kudos to your fiance and the girl's mother, the biological mother, just being adults. You know,
Right?
relationships don't work, but it doesn't have to just make it miserable for the kids. Kudos to them. Please give them a big
Yes.
shout out. Like for me, to them, kudos to them.
I
For
sure will. Yes.
I
Shout
love
out to my co-parenting team. They are
Yes.
great. And I really can't say enough for the work that they did before I even got here. Like, I think that was a key, acknowledging and understanding the work that they did,
Yes.
you know, because they weren't perfect. They had their struggles and whatever, but that's between them.
Right.
All I can say is I'm thankful for the work that they did, and they prioritized the successful relationship over everything. Is the future success of the girls. And I think that's what has made all the difference. And like I said, they had a lot of support. So we call it our village. So, you know, we have our extended village, and that includes now, you know, their mom is now going to be a stepmom. You know, she's recoupled. Yeah, so she's recoupled. So the family has grown exponentially, right? The village has grown. But it includes grandparents, aunties, you know, their future stepbrothers, everybody. So it's all the village. So whoever needs to get in. But like I said, they had that support that allowed them to be successful in that kind of phase of what's going on. Yeah, so I really can't say enough for them. And, you know, like even we're on the group chat all the time, and, you know, we crack jokes. I think that's really some humor added into this. And like,
yes, you need a lot of humor. For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, kudos to you, Cydney. I'm so proud of you. Like really, 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 I'm super, super, super proud of you. And if she needs any stepmother advice for the older kids once the marriage and all that stuff, hey, I'm here for her. You're here for her because you're so connected to it. You know, like you're in it.
I am in it.
Yeah, you're in it. You're in it. So do you have anything? I know you have your other things coming up. Do you have any masterminds, any other groups, or any books, or anything you want to shout out?
No groups or anything yet to shout out. I am working on something, but I don't want to announce it just yet.
Good for you.
I will announce it soon, and I'm going to come back to you, and you'll be one of the first to know.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can share.
You know you got it. And if you want to come back, you're always welcome to come back. For sure.
But I will give you just a little insight. It's really about kind of that point that you were bringing up earlier, is that the dialogue and the tone of the conversation surrounding stepmotherhood can be so dismal sometimes. And I think it's really about people kind of focusing, like, you know, kind of that saying, misery loves company. And so people see a negative story and then they apply that to an experience they had, and it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. And I really want to focus. What I'm working on right now is something to help with people being mindful and taking a step back to really kind of assess, okay, this is what I might have read on that Facebook group post and that blog or whatever, and I can kind of relate, but that's not really my situation. Let me assess my situation, be mindful with my feelings, my emotions, and stop taking on all of these burdens and drama and trouble that's not mine.
And I think that goes beyond stepmotherhood. That's just life.
Yeah.
You know, the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. So you tapping into that, it's going to help people explore the way they think about everything beyond just stepmotherhood. I always say that, you know, that's why I was saying, what do you want? No one tells me what they want. They always tell me what they don't want, you know, and it's true. When I decided to let all the chaos and the confusion go, my phone stopped ringing so much. A lot of people stopped calling because they were calling to get the latest gossip on what was wrong. When I stopped with all of that, they were like, oh, she's having fun. You know, like I don't even need to talk to her anymore. And so it was different, but I was okay with losing some people because what I gained was far greater than that. So I love that you're have that is something that's so needed. And what I always share, you know, people always say, oh, you make it seem like it's so easy and it's roses. I never said it was easy.
It's not. It's not.
But it's the road that I've chosen. It's still far more peaceful than it was with all of the confusion. So big ups to you, doll. You'll definitely be on the show. When you get it all together, you let me know.
I will.
I'm here. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to sign out. I am Tanisha O, the Empowered Stepmother. if you know any stepmothers, I'll put it over here too. So if you know any stepmothers who are struggling, they're having a tough time, this book would be a great support to them. And also, who do you know that's struggling that you've heard of? If you just remember The Empowered Stepmother, it's a great resource. It's literally my love letter to stepmothers. It's a book that I wish I had when I was going through all of the pain and agony that I went through. But I did my work in order to come out on the other side. And I went through really specific steps to figure out how to get to a place of peace and harmony, to thrive harmoniously in my blended family. So this is truly my walk. I walk the walk. I currently coach my stepson. I don't use steps, but my youngest son's biological mother. I am her life coach, and for the two of them, coaching the two of them together. So it's been quite a journey, but it's been worth every single step of it. So I'm a life coach. If you know any stepmothers who could use those services, whether it's coaching between a biological mother and the stepmother, or the stepmother alone, or the stepmother and her husband, or the stepmother and her stepchild, I'm your girl. I'm here for you. So from my family to yours, we love you. We will see you soon. Please check out my girl, Cydney. You definitely want to find her on Instagram. And I will talk to you guys soon. Ciao.
Thank you, Tanisha. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye, guys.